Like, one of the trailers that kind of surprised me coming out of the VGAs was Spec Ops, which was a franchise that had its heyday kind of the PlayStation 1.
They just made like a bunch of like little military, like Rainbow Six wannabe games.
So who's developing the game this time around?
A little studio in Berlin called Jaeger. The story is basically, they totally admit, is basically Heart of Darkness in Dubai. That there is this guy, he's sent to Dubai to do something, a sandstorm happens and no one has heard from him. They assume he's dead. All of a sudden, like, there's radio signals from Dubai and it indicates he's actually alive and some crazy shit has gone down. So you play a Delta team sent in to retrieve him.
So what part of the game did they actually show you guys?
They showed us one mission that takes place within the first third of the game that really kind of starts showing like how messed up everything in Dubai is. Like, the first thing you see, an upside down burnt US soldier with the upside down American flag around him, which is, or that means that that's a distress signal. Kind of says something like, I'm the weird crazy guy that the world's totally gone to shit and I'm the crazy villain kind of thing. And then the actual gameplay of like, you then investigate this area while looking for him and you're fighting off like mercenaries and rebel soldiers.
Like, from the trailer and what we've seen, it kind of looks very reminiscent of kind of Gears of War, third-person shooter action style.
Yeah.
Obviously with less burly guys running around.
Even the lead designer admits that like it is a Gears-inspired cover-based shooter, but in the with a modern setting.
I mean, are they going for kind of a more realistic take on it, or are they still going for like really over-the-top, bombastic action stuff?
There seems to be going for a more realistic take because their basic stance is that it's supposed to be kind of like morally provocative. Like, there's kind of moments of like, do you do what the mission tells you to do, or do you do what a normally good person will want to do? There's lots of things involving like what happens to civilians in combat kind of thing. They said they comment that they talk a lot of ex-special forces guys about the kind of crazy fucked up shit they've seen during combat.
One of the things in the footage they showed us that I actually thought was pretty interesting, at one point you're in this kind of atrium area and you discover there's guys up top and there's guys walking on the window, and when you shoot the window out from underneath the guy, there's actually some really cool animation of him grabbing on and hanging on for a little bit and then falling down.
The AI is kind of built for like the fact that, yeah, a lot of times like shit gets buried under sand. So you could be walking on a hill and you realize it's actually unstable. There's actually glass everywhere and you actually fall through a window. So there's a lot of things about using like the terrain to your advantage. Like, okay, if you fall through the window early, then you can kind of position yourself lower, like in the gameplay footage, and shoot the windows to make more unsuspecting guys fall through and like they fall to their deaths kind of thing. So that their kind of environmental interactions kind of like what they're going for with both window smashing and like also the sandstorms where you can actually trigger sand avalanches and things like that.
Yeah, so first impressions are kind of what these first looks are all about. I mean, what was your takeaway from seeing the game for the first time, even this early on?
It's scheduled for like fall 2010, so it got quite a bit of time to polish and iterate. Like, it looks pretty solid right now. The most intriguing things to me are like the environmental changes, like, you know, sand avalanches to alter the flow of combat, and I want to see more like the moral decisions that they're talking about, but it looks pretty good. It has a pretty good foundation to start off from.